All right.
Okay, he's giving me a better lighting. We're gonna get some light.
That's all good. I am so honored right now. She's getting ready. Just came from the gym doing her thing.
All right, guys, I'm coming.
3-time Ms Olympia, 4-time Miss Rising Phoenix champion. And we have runner-up, second in the world, Angela Yeo, who just came in second at the Rising Phoenix. Obviously, he's runner-up at the Ms Olympia. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Here's my bodywork guy. Say hello.
Hey, hi. Is that Sean Corrida? Look like a Sean Corrida.
Send him my way next.
That's my guy. I love Sean. Okay.
Are we good? Made it. We're good.
Woo. We're gonna keep that. Dear, have mercy.
So, ladies, I'm so grateful for you both coming on with your busy schedules. I want to talk about the Olympia Battles. I'd have to say that's probably one of the most viewed Olympia Battles to date. And I heard the crowd at the gym. Where were you guys at? Fitness One? What was the name of the gym?
Fitness One.
Fitness One. Mm-hmm. So
Arizona.
You got to walk me through everything. So when you get there, was there already a crowd in the gym or what?
Oh, yeah.
You know, I mean, I was just trying to figure out where I needed to be and if I could warm up and like what I needed to be wearing. And like we brought some people and people started showing up as we were getting together. Like people were right on time. So some people had already been training and getting theirs in, which was awesome. So everybody had a pump. Everybody looked great.
Now, did Andrea, did you have the call for what you guys going to train, or did somebody else have to pick that for you? Did you have to flip a coin?
I kind of put in a bid. Sorry, guys. I put in a bid for like a little chest work. I feel like, you know, with female bodybuilding, that's probably one thing that sets us apart from some of the other divisions, right? We have more muscle and more development with the upper body. With the exception of women's physique, but we are the most muscular. So I figured, you know what? You know, Angela is a power lifter, right? So I get down pretty good with bench pressing. So why not do like chest and shoulders with some triceps? And, you know, it's not as taxing as legs. Right. And then our figure girls had already done back. So it was like, you know what? It seems like this would just be a good fit for us.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, I put the suggestion in the mix, and yeah, that's what we ended up going with.
And what was it like training with Natalia Kovaleva? What was that like?
It was different because I mean, I always knew she was intense.
Yeah.
But to see her in person, it was really cool.
In person. Yeah, I agree with that. You know,
walk me through the energy of the crowd when everybody's watching you train and stuff. What was that like, Angela?
Wow.
That was really nice. You know, like we didn't know who all was going to be there. We didn't know, you know, like what it was going to be like with the cameras. And of course, like our number one thing is like, we want to make the best episode and still respecting the physical challenges that we have just experienced and endured. But it was really nice. Like, I mean, we had like a semicircle of people around us, and like, I mean, wherever we went, they flowed with us, and like you could tell they were just there to, you know, to just like watch and hype and cheer. It was cool.
So who was training you guys?
They were genuinely interested in us.
Oh, sure.
In us, you know, like just showing them what we got, right? Even though we were fresh off the stage, it was just, you could feel that the energy was, they wanted to be there, and they wanted to be like engaged
supportive
with us the entire time.
Yeah.
Now they
really wanted to show us support, knowing that everything we'd just been through. I think that was one of the things they knew they could do, was bring their own energy to us, and that was a gift.
Now, literally being fresh off the stage, like, you know, going to training the next day, what was that like for you? Did you have a nice pump? Were you tired, Andrea? I mean, I'm sure, you know, after winning your fourth victory there, were you tired, or you just jammed up and ready to go?
I mean, I was tired, but I mean, this is not something that I'm unfamiliar with. Even after the Olympia, I mean, Sydney and I, we go work out.
Oh, really?
I know that, you know, there's always that element of, if you ate food, right, you probably need to work out.
Right.
So I definitely was not unaccustomed to working out. I probably pushed a little bit harder than I normally would, with the exception of cardio. I'm normally after the cardio and some core work the day after a show, but it was still a welcome. But a little tired, but not the excitement took over.
So
I would
explain
say
to
the
us,
excitement.
how does the Olympia battles work? I mean, how are they judging you? How does it, is it who has the most reps? Is it who puts the most weight? How does that work? What are we looking at when we're watching an Olympia battle? I mean, again, you guys had the most viewed Olympia battles, I think.
Amazing. I'm not sure what they. I think it was like the overall, everything. Because I mean, like we had to have some weight. We had to have, like intensity and personality, and like the watching of us interacting was really, like I think everybody just really wanted to see us all kind of get together.
Was
'Cause
there tension?
you never have that chance. I didn't feel it. I felt completely comfortable walking in because like we just accomplished something huge, and like we've still got some time, and like what better way to kick off Olympia month than to get together with like
Sure.
two amazing bodybuilders and like harness some of that energy, because like that is one of the most precious resources we have right now, is our willpower, our mental strength, our personal energy. So it was actually real, as taxing as it was very nice to have that poured
Yeah.
into in a way.
Do you
Yeah,
like
I
the?
didn't detect any tension either. I mean, it was just, I think more so just grateful to be able to say, hey, we got the Rising Phoenix done, check it off the list, but like our job isn't done yet, right? So we're riding the wave of the excitement for the next thing.
Now,
And I think that's where, our energy was focused.
Now, Andrea, some people were on the fence because they're like, well, why does Andrea have to do, why does she do the Olympic battles? She doesn't really need to do the Olympic battles because she's Miss Olympia. But obviously, being who you are, you're very, you're very for the people, you like doing things. So why did you choose to do the Olympia battles? Even though you really don't need to, but what was the whole point?
Because at the end of the day, I'm still an ambassador.
Yeah.
I'm still an ambassador of the sport. I love the sport. And I decided in my own heart a long time ago that whether there was a trophy or a title, I would still lift and give the effort that I give to my workouts regardless. So when it's in your heart, it was a no-brainer. I mean, again, my tradition is, okay, show or not, the next day I'm going to work out. So it was like if Tari could arrange it for us, because he and I did chat about that, because it wasn't something that, yes, it was not ideal for us to train right after,
Right.
with a whole lot of intensity, but at the same time, you got to think about timing too, right? I told him, like, all of us are going to be there, right? So, why not make the most of that opportunity to get us all together? We're all in Arizona, but that way, when we leave Arizona, everybody can now refocus their attention, those of us who are going, to the Olympia, right? When we get back home, it's a matter of, we have to reset and refocus all of our efforts towards the next thing. So it just seems like it was just the better choice. And again, as an ambassador, as the woman who does hold the title, I needed to be there. I would not want to just sit back on the sidelines. And again, I got good camaraderie, right? So it's like, yeah, let's type it up. We love the Olympia. This is the opportunity of a lifetime for us to be back on that stage. And again, the Miss Olympia was taken away.
Right.
Everything that we can do to make sure that it never goes away again needs to be at the forefront.
What is it?
I love that.
Yeah, I love that too. That actually gave me chills hearing that. So first of all, I want to tell you, I didn't get a chance to tell you, congratulations on the Muscular Development cover. I don't remember, I think the last time we had a female bodybuilder on was Linda Murray back in the 90s, as I want to say. That's a long time ago.
A long time.
How did you find out that you were on the cover of the Muscular Development? How did they tell you? Did you have an idea already, or did they surprise you? You did.
They told me. They sent me an email. So Mutant, and they're really good about keeping me in the loop just to make sure that, because they know I'm in prep, right?
Right.
So they just usually, try to keep me abreast of the things that are going on with me as well as the other athletes. So yeah, I did know probably about 2 months ahead of time.
Wow.
And it was something that I think came at a good time with, again, female bodybuilding needs to be at the forefront of the Olympia contest, just like all of the other divisions. But I say this like a broken record: without female bodybuilding, there are no other divisions.
Correct.
So we deserve the respect and the accolades that we are due, and I feel like, again, we all show up. It's not just me. We all show up. And the ladies will tell you, and you know yourself, Isabel, I have no qualms. And everybody's not friendly, and that's okay. I don't mind that. But for those of us who do see this as the opportunity of a lifetime and that want to engage and really be a part of this wave of excitement that Wings of Strength and the Olympia brings to our lives, to the lives of the fans that we inspire, yeah, we're going to give it everything we got. And so the cover was just another, I think, solidification of, yeah, female bodybuilding is here. It's thriving.
Absolutely. I was the most happiest girl in the world when I saw that cover shot, because
Yeah,
that
me
just
too.
screams volume. You know, it really does. The femininity, the beautiful package, you know, everything I mean, look, you're a well-spoken woman. Everybody tells you, you're Miss Olympia, for Christ's sake. So that was just amazing. And it proved to me that, you know, women's bodybuilding, we're just getting started. Like, things are getting really good. Angela, what does it feel like for you? I mean, what was the emotions going through your mind when you're training next to, 3-time Miss Olympia, 4-time Miss Rising Phoenix champion, and of course, Natalia Kovaleva, New York Pro? What's the feelings going through your mind?
It really, especially with Rising Phoenix, it was such a practice of mentally owning where I am, believing in myself, and seeing things for what they really are. You know, like appreciating that I get to be in this position because I belong here. I'm absolutely where I need to be. Everybody is absolutely loving the results, and like the response from the fans is just absolutely incredible. People who've been either fans of the sport or in the sport themselves for 20 plus years, you know, when they say they've seen something different and something special about me, like, I listen, you know. So it's a beautiful roller coaster of, you know, I can't even like put it into words. Like I feel like it's just going up, you know, and you are hanging on and your heart is beating and you're like, these are the memories of my life. You know, like what I always love, you know, like listening to stories. I'm like a natural born listener. I love hearing what people have been through. And like, I want those stories for myself too, you know. And like, now it's like, by doing as well as I have, you know, I'm invited to come and do these things and be there and do it. And it's a thrill. It's a thrill.
I told you were a female bodybuilder.
We've got some memories going way back.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Oh man, I posted a picture today that Google had made of us, a little collage, and like
nice.
one of those photos was from the memory that she and I are talking about. I'll post a little insider on that at one point, but it was like,
a lot of people. I'm glad you
women's
posted that. A
bodybuilding.
lot of people just don't know that. Like, I've been following Angela since she turned pro.
Oh, wow.
And we had a posing clinic the year she turned pro at a mutual friend of ours gym. And you know, I told her that day, like, girl, you're not a women's physique competitor, not by a long shot.
No, she's.
What are the odds? What are the odds of us being like both like Midwest, you know, chicks, like both having like that same like no drama, let's lift attitude, like just absolutely loving what we do, and like you know, it's an honor. It is, you know, to be able to kind of share these like last couple of years and to prove myself, you know, and I'm gonna keep working on it.
Yeah.
I know she's proud of me, and that means the
Completely.
world.
Yeah.
Completely.
Well, I mean, Angela, you've come a long way, and you
way.
have a great physique, you know, nice conditioning and everything, and you know, it's crazy.
People always ask how I got here. I was willing to work just a little harder than everyone else, every damn day. If I can have hundreds of hours back, you know I'm gonna grab them. Spending hours prepping chicken, rice, and vegetables, F that. I rely on perfect nutrition. I rely on Trifecta.
Like I said, women's bodybuilding is going places. But Andrea, you know, with the Olympia battles, did you like how everything went with that? I mean, you feel it's a very positive thing for the sport, obviously.
I do.
Yeah,
I do. And
Derek's
I
done a
think
great
that the
job with it.
numbers are a testament too, right? I mean, we've got the most watched
Yes.
or the most viewed. I think that says a lot. I mean, it's just a matter of people are genuinely interested in like watching the women lift. And that's where, you know, no offense to the guys, you know, I love the guys, but some of the rumors are, you know, a lot of the women bring better conditioning than the guys,
They
which
do.
I'm not here to confirm or deny.
They do. Let's be
But it's
real.
nice to
I mean,
hear that people have that genuine interest in watching us. So, yeah,
listen,
I think we should do it every year. If I had to say, you know, it would be no different than like doing a road to the Olympia for me with the IFBB and the NPC office. It's just a matter of people want to see the athletes engage and provide that energy leading up to the show. Because again, we're entertainers. At the end of the day, we're still entertainers. Although we do what we love, we get to invite people along for the journey. So I felt like that was the vibe of having it this year. Was like, you know what? Let's invite our audience and our fans to come along with us on this journey as we prepare to get to the Olympia stage.
I think it was a great idea them having it at the gym over there, that fitness one, because you just had so many people watching. And the amount of positivity in the crowd was just incredible. Now, with Natalia Kovaleva, did she have any of you? Did she one up any of you guys? I mean, was it a good interaction
Love
between
to
all
train
of you?
with her again.
Was there a
Would
pose?
absolutely love to train with her again.
I'm curious. Was there a pose down?
I think
Yeah,
at
we
the
did a
end
little.
we hit some poses, but not a true pose down. But yeah, she definitely outlifted me when it came to
She's
putting
strong.
up some weight.
She's a very strong woman. You know, she's a power lifter, isn't she, Angela? I don't really know.
You know, I'm not sure. You know, like, I don't know as much about her as I'd like to. So you know, I mean, like I said, I'd lift with her again.
Yeah,
Because
Natalia.
I loved what I saw. Because I'm like, let's go.
She's
you
a
know,
beast.
it turned it on in me too. So I love that.
She don't play around. Now, I saw Dennis James in the mix there. Was he training you guys?
He was kind of coaching. He was coaching and
How
spotting.
does that work? He's just helping you go
Spotting.
through the reps and spotting you guys?
You know, like it was kind of like with Linda. Like everybody was kind of like helping guide us, like making sure that it flowed, making sure we had what we needed. You know, clearing the way for us to make sure that we could do what we needed to do. You know, and yeah, spotting, just making sure that there was another pair of hands.
So you
be
had
there
Dennis
for us, which is
James,
great.
and then you had Linda Murray spotting you, both of you, all of you. That's pretty
Two
awesome.
legendaries.
Yeah.
Living
Each other.
legendaries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, when are we going to see another Linda Murray and Andrea Shaw collab again?
Oh, good question. I mean, whenever
overdue.
she's ready or whenever we got the time, I think we should. Yeah, it would be cool to get Linda together with like all of us at the Olympia at some point. Like, great. Just
Yeah.
to,
Do you think that
Yeah.
it would be cool to have like past Miss Olympians back at the Olympia and have them on stage, like representing women's bodybuilding?
yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I would
I would
love
like to
that.
see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
These are the legends. These are like the heartbeat, you know, our history, our inspiration, our, you know, the people who, you know, dug the trenches, laid the path. Like it's so important to, you know, to like, and to make sure that whoever's coming up knows who they are. Because not everybody, you know, knows everything. And when you come into the sport, like you can feel the energy. Like people would just want to meet and they want to know, and they're sponges for what it is. And, you know, you tell somebody, look who that is over there. This is what they did with their life. I'm here because of them. And, you know, like the eyes get wide. It's just, it's all important.
You know what I love about you two is you both have a great energy with each other. And I'm asking this because I want to know in the future, like let's say the women's seminar you have going on and some other adventures you have going on, are you guys going to be collabing again? Maybe doing posing seminars together and
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that'd be nice. Yeah,
Like,
you guys.
That's an easy yes. Yeah.
Oh, exactly.
Now, when is
And again, I
Well,
think it's
we're,
really
we're
cool
so
that we
close. You know, like I
started
said, we're the odds.
now when
Yeah.
is your
Yeah,
show,
started
Andrea? Next year.
that
When is
way.
that?
April the 6th.
Oh my gosh, is that in
Yeah.
Phoenix?
Yeah. It's in Mesa. So yeah, we'll have that
Wow.
April the 6th, 2024. Our John Simmons Classic, my coach's show, will also be in May, the following month. Where we've invited Angela, so I wanted to probably chat with Angela and see about bringing her back up again this year. So yeah, we definitely will have some more collabs in the future. And again, it's a camaraderie. So and again, not everybody is wanting to kind of go down that road, and that's fine. As long as the ladies are just keeping the energy high, keep the image of female bodybuilding wholesome, then they're all good with me.
You have
So
won the show 4 times, and in those 4 years, would you say that this is the best year for you, like competing with? I mean, there was a phenomenal lineup of women.
yeah, it's starting to get more exciting.
Yeah.
And I told Angela last year, I'm like, girl, nobody saw her coming. Nobody really saw her coming. And that was something that I think it makes it that much more special because, again, now the lineup and Christina Mendoza. I mean, I told her, I said, you deserve to be on that Olympia stage when you're ready to come back. And I told her that in 2020. And to see it actually happening now and seeing people like that Rising Phoenix crowd was the first crowd that I've seen where the people were ready to watch female bodybuilding. Yeah. And it was you could feel it. You could definitely feel it. You could see it. The place was on fire. Mm-hmm. And that's what I've always envisioned that it would be. But now let's see where we can take it even further beyond this.
Mm-hmm.
The stories we were hearing the next day from people who were in the audience were insane. Everybody had a high energy, crazy story about finals or prejudging, and they just everybody just wanted to tell you what they saw and how much they loved it. I mean, it was coming from everywhere. It was bonkers.
Well, guess what? I want to hear a crazy story. So tell me a story. Give me one story.
Oh gosh. Just that one girl was just at finals. She said she was literally grabbing her hair, she was gonna pull her hair out, and she oh my god, I could tell she was dead serious. She's like, just say it. She's just and the way she was animated, I was just like, oh my god, you are giving me so much life right now.
Yeah. Totally,
stuff like that.
Totally.
Yeah.
How many?
Even Candy, I mean, one of our head judge, she came backstage and she's like, good show.
Sandy?
She's like, the conditioning for you and Angela, she was like, you guys put on a good show.
It was crazy.
And, it was, And again, it's nothing. I think all of the ladies actually showed up. I was very proud to see ladies show up with good conditioning and good shape and symmetry. But again, to see these dynamics change over these last 3 years, it makes me that much more proud to be on that stage with these ladies. You know what I mean? The bar has been raised.
The bar has been raised, but do you feel now that you're going to, going into, this is pre-recorded, but I'm going to just talk about it real quick. Going to another Olympia, do you feel more pressure this time around, or is it just a breeze for you?
It's always pressure. Always pressure. That's where I tell people, I always say, oh, well, I felt more pressure last year, but at a certain point, especially once we get to, these days or these weeks where the weeks are now single digits, there's pressure. There's just as much pressure because there's nothing that I think competitors think that just because you had this type of conditioning 1 year, right? You could be dealing with something completely different the following year for a prep, right? So these are the things that you have to try to be mindful to navigate. Maybe you weren't working with the same physique that you did last year. Maybe you are a little more conditioned, or maybe you do need to implement a different strategy. So these are the things that kind of feed into that pressure. But you still want to produce good results. So again, I usually just try to go through a checklist of, am I doing everything that I know that I could be doing, right? If that's the same as it looks last year, cool. But, I'm always looking for what's that next thing that I need to add to this list.
You always bring another
pressure.
Package out
Lots of pressure.
Every year you bring up a different package. Every time. And the one thing that's awesome about you is you're very discreet and private. You stealth, when you're training and doing your thing. You don't really put stuff out there, which is awesome. How's Mutant going for you? I see that's huge for you. Talk about a
It's
great
very big.
company. What a great supplement
Very
company.
big.
Yeah.
I had no idea that Mutant was the company that it is. But I mean, wow. Because I was unsure if these type of opportunities would be available for female bodybuilders, right? It's still something that, as Angela can vouch, we want to see it go more mainstream. But we got to just keep working at it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think we'll eventually start really knocking at that door, but we have to do our part. So for them to, reach out and to take me on, I felt like it was a huge blessing, because now I get the chance to promote female bodybuilding that much more.
Sure.
And we all have to do our part, but it's a joy to see that the days of having this type of opportunity was not limited to Linda's era, right? Yeah, it's very much alive and well, and again, as long as we keep bringing, the level of integrity, and the tenacity to what we do, I think that more of these opportunities will present themselves to us.
Mm-hmm. Angela, bodybuilding, now that you're, officially a female bodybuilder, what does bodybuilding mean to you? I know it's changed your life. It's done incredible things for you. Tell me.
Bodybuilding is the essence of what makes my life good. Every facet of what I do with bodybuilding is what brings out the best in me. And it also, through that ripple effect, brings out the best in others, inspires others, pushes people harder when they see me do well. And when I do well and I bring these titles back for my teams, my gyms, I pour back into them by saying I'm a quality piece, and I enrich what we have here. Bodybuilding, it sounds so cliche, but bodybuilding means everything to me.
Mm-hmm.
I would not, I don't know how I would survive without it. It's in my blood. It's what makes me choose right over wrong. It's what, helps me be a good person and a good friend, because all of those qualities of the discipline and persistence and the years of full immersion, hard work on one thing year after year, just continues to reveal to me more about myself. Bodybuilding is full of life lessons. The farther you go, the more you get, and and I'm here for the wisdom of it all. So anytime we're talking shop or having a conversation like we are, or I'm talking with my coach, or it's like a tuning fork on your spine. You feel that resonance come up in you, and that you're developing, you're on the right path. And no matter if you fall, if you struggle, this is the way. This is the path. This is the way.
Absolutely.
Well said.
Now,
well said.
What does Santa Claus, what did he think about the Olympia battles? Her husband, Andrea.
I knew who you meant.
His unique look. Oh man, I just love it. It's so fun to play with. Oh man, he thought it was great. He thought it was an awesome opportunity, and he's like, you belong up there with them, and you're gonna get thrown into the pit, and he's like, I have no doubt that you will land your punches, you will be swinging a couple roundhouses, whatever I got to do. He's like, he had no worries. He's like, I know you can fight.
Yeah, he's such a good supporter. You should have seen him in the crowd. He was going nuts at the Rising Phoenix. He's something else.
He sat right next to my coach, so I heard about it. I'm like, oh wow, okay. Yeah. But again, we've interacted with them so much. I wasn't surprised.
Yeah, that was great. I was like,
Andrea, if there was anything you can add to the Olympia battles, what would it be? Are you cool with the way it is? To make
If
it
there was
more
anything else
entertaining.
I could add, I would add more of our girls.
You would
I
like to
add
have a
more of our girls.
bigger bunch of girls training with. Okay.
Yeah,
How many?
absolutely. I would want it to be more inclusive because I think there were some competitors who didn't get a chance to participate that really should have had a chance to participate.
Let's hear it. Who should have been in there?
Oh, Michaela should have been there.
Yeah.
Definitely Michaela should have been there. Hands down. Yeah, all of our top two lineups, right? Your first and second call out, girls should have been there.
Mm-hmm. What do you think of Michaela's conditioning? Talk about
It's
gnarly.
insane.
Yeah.
It's insane. That
Oh,
girl.
my God.
Whew, wow.
I don't even think she cheats on her diet at all. Like, she's just, her conditioning's
No, she
incredible. And her training's tough. I can only imagine what she would have been like training with you guys. But I like the idea of having a bigger group of girls training with the battles. I can see that. So what would you think? 5? Was that the lucky number, or would you like more? Or you said the top 10?
Yeah.
Not too many. That would be kind of tough. I mean, you would need more than one film crew
Yeah.
if you were gonna.
But I mean, if you're gonna do it like a battle, we could make it like a you know how they get into brackets, right, with the other sports. Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
I mean, same thing, right? Like, yeah.
You can do like a
You can
WWE
extend
style.
You can extend it over longer periods of time and keep our audience engaged for that much longer, right?
Oh, that'd be cool. I see where you're going with that.
That would be cool, right?
And let's throw in some how about some midget tossing?
Not my thing.
Like shot put, get a little track and field.
Right. Yeah. You get where I'm going with this.
Yeah, not quite my thing.
Anyway,
I like to talk weight.
This was a great battles. You girls really kicked ass. Really happy with things are going with women's bodybuilding. And again, I would have loved to seen some of the bigger girls with you training. Would have loved to seen a Michaela in there. Natalia always kicking ass. I mean, I think, looking at her, what she's accomplished in the last year, her improvements, I can only imagine. Again, this is pre-recorded, but I'm curious to see how she will do in the Olympia. I think she could be in the top, for sure. But she looked like she was kicking ass with you guys. Did she engage a lot with you?
DJ does that. Dennis will do that. I mean, I can tell that he's like really giving her the serious business when it comes to training, which is what you want. I mean, that's why we're here. That's why we keep showing up. You know what I mean? The way we do, because there's a coach that is applying that pressure in addition to the pressure we apply to ourselves. And after knowing Dennis over these last few years, I know that that's exactly what he does. I mean, and that's his philosophy with training. He's intense.
Do you feel that Natalia Kovaleva could be a threat in women's bodybuilding in the Olympia?
Everybody can be a threat.
Yeah, agreed.
Yes,
everybody can be a threat. I don't sleep on anybody.
That's a very, very well said.
Yeah.
I mean, when you see people in person, it does not do justice. Like, you see photos, you see Instagram, but when you see someone in person, you're like, holy crap! Like, this is a specimen.
Or it's the opposite. Or it's the opposite. They're not really what they look
Angela,
like.
You are a perfect example. Last year, when you came up to second place, right, against Helle Trevino, Margie Martin, this girl literally, and I mean, I've known her, right, but she came out of nowhere when you look at it from an outsider's perspective. Again, you can't sleep on anyone because you don't know what else someone else may be doing in the off season. I've gotten into doing more work in the off season, right? It's just a matter of what are you willing to do, and are you capable of giving it every single thing you got?
That's
and when you think that way, you're much more likely to stay on your toes. So don't sleep on anybody. That would be my advice, because I never sleep on anybody.
This is very good information. That's why you're Ms Olympia, right? All right, so listen, I know you guys got to do your thing and train, and I know you got to have your body work done, Andrea. I so much appreciate you both being on here and talking about the Olympia battles and the Rising Phoenix and the future of women's bodybuilding. I'm so excited. Having you both is, great ambassadors of the sports. Thank you for all you do. I'm going to leave it with you and say whatever you'd like to say, starting with A is what I need to call you guys.
Yeah.
Ms Yeo, I'm going to start with you.
I don't mind if you get the name wrong. It's just a compliment. I want to thank you. I want to thank you guys for bringing us on and giving us the space to talk about this, in hindsight, and like, we're still kind of processing everything that happened and everything we're about to do. So, like, and the fans really do want to see more, like with the battles, like with the interviews, like anything more that, they can see of us and see how we're doing. Like, they absolutely love it. So thank you. I mean, this is going to be a wild month. So it's good to stop for a second and kind of, enjoy the moment, even if it's the first time you sat down today.
Yeah.
So,
I
thank
hear
you.
You're very welcome, and thank you again for being on, Angela. You're such a beautiful person, inside and out. Ms. Shaw?
I'd have to piggyback on it again. Anytime we get the chance to just show another side of us, our lives, what bodybuilding means to us, that's something that I will always be grateful for. So thank you for keeping this show long running. As long as I've been in the bodybuilding, I've known about you and this show. So thank you for your commitment to making sure that each of us has this time to really, come on and give the people just another aspect of our lives and our love for women's bodybuilding. Mm-hmm. So thanks, Jake Wood and all the Wings team. I know you guys are working hard because, these next few days is going to be the show, the biggest show in the world. So, and thanks to the fans. We love, the support. And we absolutely love the fact that you guys are cheering us on.
Well, we all love you very much, and looking forward to the Olympia because it's going to be out of this world and epic.
It's going to be amazing.
Yes. Ladies, again, thank you for being on. I look forward to seeing you soon. And till then, have a good workout. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. It just says a lot. But anyway, thank you, girls. I appreciate you.
All right. It was good seeing you, Andrea.
All right, ciao.
Thank you.
You too, girls.